What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we are back with some more Wasteland 3. Now, last time we left off, we were trying to decide whether or not we want to respect, and I think the answer to that question is yes. Yes, we do. So we want to get rid of weapon modding on Jester. So let's just go ahead and get this done.
Rangers, good to see you. Sure thing. Let's have a look.
Retrain for 350. We're gonna do it. We also said, well, let's just do one at a time.
There you go. Anything else?
One at a time. So you, my friend, do not need weapon modding. We are gonna give you some high mechanics. We are going to give you some high big guns. We are going to give you armor modding. And we are going to give you... Do we want explosives here? How are we feeling about that? Do we want to start rocking the flamethrower? I wouldn't mind giving you... We need you to have, like, 6 strength, right? Boom. We like having the awareness. Wouldn't mind giving you some extra action points. Let's give you some additional skill points. Let's give you some charisma, some luck. A little bit of speed. And let's get that 3 penetration. Awareness and speed. Right, now let's go to your inventory. You have the mechanics here. Now say we want to go with the flamethrower instead. Boom. So now you have the big gun and flamethrower. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. We want to give you the quick slots so that you can have some meds. Usable items. And then, you have enough for the laser turrets. Not a huge fan of the disco bots. They seem okay. Not the best. We wanted to get rid of survival. Do we give... Quan's already using 2 weapons. Kaige-O and Ice are good. I'm happy with their builds. We get rid of survival and go another point in weird science. Lucia? Do we give you explosives? You don't need the sneaky shit. But I also don't know how I feel about giving you explosives due to the fact that, you're already using a plasma gun and a regular gun. Lucia could go with the shotgun, right? But you are using the shotgun because you have the frozen ferrets. I feel like explosives maybe make sense here because we're only using the sniper. But we need to get your lock picking up. And you're already going through a lot of skills. I like the perception with you and sneaky shit and lockpicking. You have the option of the shotgun even though we never really use it. To be fair, we never really use the rocket launcher either. Regardless, we're not using... We might keep you with explosives. I don't know. Because you also have the strength, right? To use the grenades and farther throw distance. It's just that we don't use... I think we respec... I think we stick with explosives. I don't know who else would make sense with that. Because you have the weird science. Frozen ferret launcher I like. Maybe we just check out. I think we stick with it. Explosives, and then we get another point in mechanics. That's what we're going with. Now explosives. +1 perception. What other perks did we have with you? We had suppressing fire. Or maybe that was just an ability we got with you. Deployables gain 25 con and deal 25 damage. Absolutely. Alright. You have the barter, the toaster repair, and the small arms. We're gonna take away your survival skill. How expensive is this about to be? We're spending some good money
Been
here.
seeing a chicken around here. Now, what can I help? Sure thing. Let's have a look.
600. We're doing it. How much money do we have after that?
Go. Anything else? I'll be here.
We still got 2K. I'm not upset by that at all. So, toaster repair. Let's just do even 5 everywhere. Small arms. Yes. Weird science, we wanted you at 6. And then you also had the barter, correct? Because you're not doing barter. So we had barter with you. We'll just go 5 there. And then if we look at perks, we had Opportunist. We had Penny Pincher. Toaster Repair. What is this? After sticking a lot of silverware and a lot of microwaves, you figured out how to weaponize the excitement of matter. You've ruined all your silverware. Energy damage is increased by 0.5 bonus damage for every point of armor the target has. We want another point in toaster repair. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. You're figured out. I like having the extra action points. I'm gonna give you some more penetration. Also some range damage bonus. Intelligence. Some charisma for the strike rate. Let's go 1 point in speed. And then let's go another point in intelligence. That gives you another 4 points to work with. I think we're gonna go toaster repair. You just have an additional perk. You have an additional perk. You have 2 perk points. I think I am gonna go for this first aid ability with Quan. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna switch through between the RPG and the flamethrower. We're gonna check out the flamethrower for a little bit. I think I'm happy with what's going on. I think I'm happy with it.
Good luck out there.
Recruit. Find someone in the bazaar who can help the refugees reach Colorado Springs. Oh! Oh! Oh, jeez. If the refugees may not be alive when we return. Who do we not? We don't have Quan. You gotta be kidding me, Quan. Oof. I think we lost the refugees. Is that a bad thing? Quan, are you coming, dude? No, you're not. Be so for real. I think we lost the refugees.
Here to serve.
happens, right?
Hello! This is for Dwayne, and Monty, and the rest of you chicken shits. You didn't think we could get inside that old army bunker. Well, guess where we are, motherfuckers? Bunker busters rule! Give me another fucking forest, dude. Place is a shithole. Nothing but dust and rat turds. Just one door left we're trying to get open. Get the fucking door open, pussy. Use a damn crowbar. What the fuck? A fucking robot. What the fuck's it doing down here? See if it wants some fucking boars. Oh shit! Oh shit! Run, dude, run!
Is that this bunker? We do have a shop there, but I don't want to hit it yet. Is that this bunker? Oh, this bunker's gone. I don't know where that's at. I think we live with the fact that the refugees are dead. I don't know. I mean, we already respect and everything. We kind of figured that this might happen. I think we live with the fact. We can't feed them. We can't feed the refugees. Let's see what's going on over here.
I thought you said you knew a guy.
Use your superior chemical know-how to craft the red blood dye that Paris is looking for. You definitely mix the correct chemicals to create a beautiful crimson dye. Beautiful? This looks like it's exactly what Paris is looking for. The table before you has been carefully prepared by Paris for mixing chemicals. Each container is marked what the chemical contains, and there are various tools for decanting and mixing.
Hey, it's you again.
We did some work with your dye.
What did you do? Oh, days. This is perfect. Thank you, thank you. That means I get to be a bona fide bazaar merchant now. Right, Mr. Masher?
Yeah, that dye looks great. Welcome to the bazaar, Paris. I'll let the doorman know you're clear, and he'll give you a pass.
Thanks so much for your help. I know it's not much, but here's a little something. Oh, and that means I could vouch for someone now. Hey, if you're looking to get into the bazaar, just tell them that Paris Handler says you're okay. They'll let you in just like that.
Okay.
So long.
I don't think I'm going to check on the refugees yet. Just in case. Maybe we can send somebody out. I doubt it, but...
The lamb stands. Ah, you again.
Paris Handler says that she vouches for us.
Paris who? Oh, right, the dye lady. Well, she made it in, and I guess that means you get a pass. Honestly, no one pays me enough to give a crap.
A pass pops out of the pneumatic tube.
Right. In you come. Behave yourselves, my little lambs.
Okay.
What's going on? Are we under attack?
No, I'm sure we're not under attack.
Fuck. I swear, I only opened the Warren's gate for 1 second and that fucking pig bolted by me.
Don't worry, folks. The bazaar is secure. Move along, everyone. New visitors. Don't fret. Come and hear about the marvels of the bazaar.
Simon the Squatch. This man is wearing the same outfit as the guards outside, a wolf mask and Letterman jacket. As you get closer, you notice the outfit looks old and worn, patched up many times through the years.
Fresh lambs, esteemed guests. The door guard informed me you were coming. You are most welcome to all the delicacies and pleasures the bazaar has on offer, provided you have the coin. I hope you're not shaken by this disturbance. It is a minor matter, I assure you. Your shopping experience should be nothing short of completely safe.
If you say so. What the hell was that explosion?
Please, please, lower your voice. I don't know, okay? Someone's been strapping explosives to real pigs. Real pigs, made up with real lipstick, real eyeshadow. I guess it's some asshole's idea of a prank. You'll find stairs at the upper level in the back. They will take you to our esteemed leader, Flab. Talk to him if you want to know more.
Are there any caravaneers here?
Ah, yes. Paradolia Jones would be the man you're looking for. He'll be hanging out at the Fountain Bar, right there.
He gestures behind him. What kind of stores do you have here?
We have all kinds indeed. Piscitelli sells weapons to any weary pilgrim. Gwyn Talbot is your woman if you need protective gear. Dr. Coldcuts can sell you medical supplies or see to your health needs. And in the central area, you'll find the Fountain Bar. A good place to kick back with a drink and some of Masato's delicious pork.
Where can we go for fun?
Depends on your definition of fun. I'd recommend talking to Eidolon. She and her pals really know how to party. But if you're a more cerebral type, check out Querex's museum in the back.
Could you tell us about the facilities?
The bazaar's a bazaar unlike any other, piglets. You want it? We have it. No meat is too exotic. No luxury is too fantastic. If you can afford them, they're yours.
Showers?
Yes? Actually, no, sorry. They were buried in a recent snow tunnel collapse in the Warrens.
Place to sleep?
Oh, we're all full up.
Movie matinees?
Sorry, our projector broke years ago.
Gladiatorial death matches?
Perhaps in our older days, that chapter of the Monster Army book is closed. Sorry.
What do you actually have?
I am sorry, esteemed guests. The bazaar may not be what it once was, but we still have plenty on offer. Hot food at the Fountain Bar, weapons and equipment from our merchants, pleasures for the eye at Eidolon's. Look around.
Okay. Thanks, we'll look around.
To enjoy your visit.
They said who? This guy.
Hot noodles!
Let's see. Let's see if the refugees are still alive. As you approach, this man's eyes flit over every member of your team as if assessing whether or not you are a direct threat. He relaxes after a moment and touches the brim of his hat with a slight nod.
Howdy, ma'am.
He nods at Lucia. Lucia?
Howdy.
Always good to see you, Wesson.
He turns to you, nodding again. We could use your help. There's a group of refugees topside who need transport to Colorado Springs.
I see. Not my usual line of business, but I don't see why not. My normal rates would apply for a one-way transport.
Jones, these aren't just goods we're talking about. These people are starving. Surely you can take them for free?
Okay. I hear you. No need to make a man feel bad about trying to earn a living. All right, I'll make sure they're in my next caravan run to Colorado Springs. I'll send people to check on them now.
Okay. Anything you can tell us about Colorado?
Thanks to the Patriarch, this stretch of land from Denver in the north to Steeltown in the south is pretty safe to travel. You'll find richer opportunities the further you venture out, but it'll also come with more risks. I could tell you more, but truth be told, the only way to know the land is to travel it. You look well equipped and competent. Just head out and see what you can learn.
Do you have anything for sale?
Just my services as a caravan master. I organize caravans to get people, goods, and livestock from one place to another, but I don't sell goods myself. These lands near Colorado Springs are pretty safe, but still lots of people need help getting around, especially if you want to range further than that.
Okay.
So long.
Who is Long
All
John?
right, barkeep. I'll tell you when to quit.
He's hammered. For all that it might be swaddled in dirty, mismatched fabric, this figure is clearly anything but human. At your approach, it straightens with a creak of rusted gears and presses a palm to the Nixon Max over its face.
As I live and eat cherry pie, more of my fellow humans in the bazaar. You make yourself welcome now, you hear?
He scratches behind his masked plastic ear. His shirt shifts to reveal a coil device on his chest, an impressive-looking piece of tech.
Fellow humans?
So, why are you trying to pretend you're not a synth?
Me? A synth? Aren't you adorable? I'm meat and muscle, just like you, Rangers. Shucks, I even have dreams all the time. Technicolor dreams about flying and standing naked in front of people I don't quite know. Synths don't do that.
We still think you're a synth.
I'm not a synth. Why, just last night I had the most human dream. I was back in high school. There was a trigonometry test. I sat down confident and brash, only to realize I completely forgot to study. I also enjoy toasted eggs in the morning, a very human thing.
You know everyone can tell that's a mask, right? Look, we can see the strings.
Oh, you kids and your humor. If the folk in the bazaar really thought I was a synth, would they have tried to decommission me? Not that I'm afraid of such things, being the perfectly ordinary human male that I am.
He hesitates.
All right, fine. I am a synth, but you can't tell anyone.
But everyone in the bazaar already knows.
Do they? I'm not sure I believe that. If they knew, wouldn't they have melted me down to scrap by now? People don't like synths, far as I've seen. You're clever ones, and bully to you for figuring out who I am. But let's not talk about it again, okay? The topic puts me on edge.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, gosh and apple pies, you put me in a spot. Let's see. My name is Long John, and I'm old as dirt. I've traveled a little, but nowhere interesting. Now I'm here in the bazaar, just to see what life has to offer. Make friends. Wasn't something that I got to do when I was younger, what with my job and all. There was no time to make friends, none at all. But I'm making up for it. I know everyone in the bazaar, and they know me.
Tell us about your travels.
I'll tell you youngins what I can. Despite the fact I'm old as the mountains, figuratively speaking, that is. Humans rarely live past 70, and I'm just about ready to expire. I don't know everything, you hear? Even though I walked all the way from Denver to Steel Town and back again.
Do you have any stories about Colorado Springs?
Colorado Springs. That's an all right place. A little uptight, but that's what you get from having all of the 100 families there. I like the scientists and engineers, though. Real clever kids.
Have you been to the plains?
Nuh-uh. Place like that ain't fit for the lonely traveler. Well, you might be all right. If you do decide to go in that direction, I've heard that it's gotten real dangerous.
Can you tell us about Steel Town?
Steel Town? That place is an industrial nightmare. Raging fires all around. Melts right through the skin. Gives me the shivers, you hear?
Tell us about Denver.
I'd stay away from the city. It's nothing but a corpse these days, and the Gippers, well, they're not a bad lot per se, but I'd be careful around them. If you have to spend some time, I'd personally visit the airport instead. The young'uns there are wonderful.
Talk about something else?
You kids these days and your limited attention spans.
What can you tell us about the people in the bazaar?
Some of it is real private, and some of it probably should be. But you young whippersnappers tell everyone everything.
He taps the side of his bulbous plastic nose.
Like Paradolia Jones? He's probably the best damn caravan master in the bazaar. But his business would be better if he knew how to keep his mouth shut. Between you and me, if I was afraid of ducks, I wouldn't tell a soul.
Okay, goodbye.
So soon? I suppose even good things gotta end sometime. You be safe now, you hear? And come back to see old Long John when you can.
Shouldn't we be killing him?
To you. Golly, it's my favorite human. Best of luck to you.
Okay.
Bottoms up.
Alright, what do we have here? The man before you is moving so fast he's nearly a blur as he dashes from pot to pot on his stove, stirring one, tasting another. As you approach, he stops his cooking to turn his undivided attention to you.
My friends, you saw that explosion too? Horrible! Such a waste of good pork. And human life, of course. But don't worry, Masato is here to offer aid and succor. Have you seen anything this delicious?
He holds a steaming hot bowl in front of you, filled to the brim with some kind of noodles. That looks amazing, may we?
Yes, yes! Be my guest! After enjoying this bowl, know that my store is open to you. I have a variety of goods that you may find useful.
He hands you the bowl, which turns out to be a mix of noodles and pork, which is filling and quite delicious. He watches you eat it with a hopeful grin.
A man who never eats pork is never a whole man. But I have to tell you, my friends, these noodles are a pale imitation of the real thing. The great pre-war delicacy. The rarest of rare magics. Instant ramen noodles. I hope one day I will perfect my recipe to recreate them. But enough about me. How can I be of service?
So you're looking for instant ramen noodles?
Ah, you picked up on my subtle hint. Years ago, a friend in Colorado Springs gave me a package of instant ramen noodles that he had found in the Warrens underneath the bazaar. The experience changed my life forever, and I moved here in hopes of finding more.
The cook starts to fidget, despair painting his face as he loses his usual buoyant composure.
The Warrens aren't safe. I can't venture down there. But you must understand, it is as if my body is made of ramen. If you go down in the Warrens, please keep your eyes open for this rare delicacy.
Ranger HQ could use a chef like you.
Oh, how interesting. You mean a permanent position? A full kitchen of my own? My friends, that is quite the offer you're making me. You have my interest for sure. But as I explained to you, I'm here for a reason. Bring me the ramen noodles and I'll gladly join you at your HQ.
Okay. Anything you can tell us about the bazaar's residents?
There've been a lot of troubles of late. People disappearing, showing up dead. And now this exploding pig! Can you believe that? I've heard of you guys. I know you can help. May I suggest you talk to the guy in charge, Flab? You can find him upstairs.
Can you tell us any more?
Eidolon is relatively new to this place. She showed up not long after I did. Her business model is interesting. Not sure how she actually makes money, though.
Can we see your wares?
Naturally. My store is always open to you, my friends.
Okay. Not bad. Bunch of snake squeezins, which we need for certain crafting recipes. Combat stem. Used to gain plus 2 AP. And plus 15 hit chance for 6 turns. See, now that's nice, because we don't get the long debuffs. Alfredo Garcia.
Hola, amigos. ¿Cómo estás?
Okay. Spanish is
Hey,
spot
pals.
on, dude.
Finn is the name. If you need a drink, you've come to the right place. If you got questions, well, I suppose that's okay too.
Did you see that pig explode?
Between you and me, I've been partaking in some taste tests during my shift, so everything is a little blurry at the moment. I did hear a loud boom, but I figured it was just a thunderstorm.
What can you tell us about this place?
Not much. I'm pretty new. Just started a week ago. Rumor has it the old bartender mysteriously vanished into thin air. Anyway, this place is something for everyone. Guns, armor, food, meds, entertainment, and most importantly, booze!
So somebody's kidnapping people.
If you're here to work for Flab, then he might be able to tell you more. One thing's for sure. There's something weird going on here.
What can you tell us about Flab?
Flab the Inhaler is the man who is large and in charge of the bazaar. And I ain't kidding you when I say large. From what I've seen, he's always in his office, just up the stairs.
What do you mean by something weird?
I don't know. I suppose everyone's on edge, you know? They're all putting on brave faces like things are normal, but I can tell something is wrong. Just don't know quite what.
I'll have a drink.
Only the finest drinks on earth.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Who else do we have? Monster Army. Chicks Flicks. Mall Directory. The sign reads...
Guns sanctified with blood. Blood sanctified by guns.
Okay. The sign reads Erectory and Shop Die Play. Some very mature comedian has clearly altered the lettering. The woman has scars all over her body, marks that speak of acid burns and shrapnel damage. Her eyes are scarred and blind, yet she turns to you as you approach.
Heartbeats that I don't recognize. Come closer, strangers. The sanctified Piscatelli crafts weapons of all sorts for those in need, and she can read that you are very much in need.
Interesting work you're doing here. Could we help with any projects that have you stumped?
Help? I suppose there is an order I need assistance with. Yeah, I can use your help. There is a weapon on the bench just waiting to provide its blessing to the needy.
Is it safe?
Safe. You will never feel the blessing of being truly one with your craft if you are concerned with such things. Safe. Ha!
We'll be happy to help. The Sanctified Piscatelli leads you to a workbench with an unusual looking pistol on it. You work on it for several hours. Piscatelli's tools are unusual, emanating a scorching heat that leaves your arms marked by burns. Piscatelli nods approvingly at this development.
The pain does not last.
A nail box?
And the scars? Those are blessings.
Heavy weights?
They are a record of your dedication. Proof you are strong enough to rise above the fears of the flesh. A reward that fits your efforts. Keep the weapon, with my blessings.
Those scars, are they from your work with weapons?
Have you ever loved something so deeply that it gouges loose all the fears you might have possessed? If so, you would know what these scars are. Benediction. Sanctification.
Show us what you got.
Certainly.
Ooh, the Emancipator. Okay. I thought she said it was a pistol. Not a brawling weapon. Ooh, the lead sprayer. Army revolver. A new sniper rifle, SWAT rifle, Army MG, Army flamethrower, the LOL. Photon churner, a submachine gun. Phase blaster, iron blade. Auto revolver, spaz. Oh, she's got some high level stuff. Shock mace. Oh, dudes. She's got some good stuff. Sell our junk. +4 damage. But that's for melee weapons. Which we're not really using right now. We can sell the Marauder helmet. Let's hold on to our stuff. We don't have a weight capacity. I'd like to get max effectiveness. So we have brawling, kiss ass, automatic weapons, lockpicking, explosives, mechanics, and sneaky shit. Still don't know what this red locker key's for. Well, that stuff's cool.
Submachine gun or assault rifle? I can't decide.
Assault rifle, no question.
Yeah, because we want to wait perks. You. Field stripping weapons yields 30% more scrap. So your next perk, we want to get that. Damage to animals and mutants. Instantly reveals the entire world map and all discoverable locations. That's cool. We want to get this with you. Fire damage bonus. So you would be good paired up with big guns for flamethrowers. Your first attack every turn will inflict burning. Energy attacks have a 20% chance to electrocute. Attacking a melee enemy on the turn after they hit you deals 50% damage. Shotgun attacks gain plus 25% damage for each enemy hit by the same shot. The first attack after reloading an empty weapon costs no AP. Shotguns do 100 plus damage versus cover. Dude, these are nice. Alright, what is Chick
Not that the
Flicks?
bazaar's not perfectly safe, but, well, you know, just talk to Flab.
Now who are these beauties in my theater? Come to Eidolon.
Okay.
Well, when you're a man as sexy as I am, you always gotta fight off the ladies. You know.
I have a boner, Dottie.
La la la, la 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 la. Ah.
Whoa. This woman's shocking purple hair and ridiculous voluptuous form make her stand out from the average Wastelander. She looks like she dropped in from a different time and place.
Hey there, Eidolon. You look better every time I see you. How's show business?
Dude, Quan knows all the entertainment people.
Ah, Marshal Quan. As charming as ever. And you brought your most beautiful friends to Eidolon's Chick Flicks Theater, I see. Aren't you all a sight for sore eyes, honey lips?
You show movies here? You're Eidolon?
That's me. Theater manager and connoisseur of smut. And all yours for the having, sweetheart. Ah, sugar plums. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, I'm so happy you walked into mine. You look like strapping, helpful hunks. Wouldn't you love to help out our little Eidolon?
What can we do to help?
Oh, my heroes. So here's the rub. The Chick Flicks theater shows only the finest, most exclusive performances. But we are running low on material. I'd ask if you were volunteering to be my next star, but we all know I couldn't afford your gorgeous asses. I suppose the next best thing would be getting me some fresh material.
Where would we get fresh material?
I know where to find some old movie reels. We've got good tech in here. So between some creative editing and a little bit of improvisation, I can produce our next masterpiece.
Where do we find these movie reels?
So it's easy as a slice of apple pie. The Monster Army used to live in a pre-war luxury bunker. Apparently their monster outfits were inspired by the movies they watched in there.
$250 and a guitar ornament.
The bunker has been abandoned for years and years, so it should be simple. And hey,
Oh, is this the bunker that the kids were
any
at?
resistance you meet won't be a problem for such beautiful and powerful people. Good luck out there, sweeties.
Can we ask you some questions?
Anytime, gorgeous.
What can you tell us about the bazaar?
The bazaar? Well, you can get some good eats here. If you like pork. Flab's a bit of a softie, but he knows the value of money. That'll keep the gears greased. Not to mention my performers.
Can we talk about your performers?
They're fantastic. Gorgeous people. Talented. Double-jointed. Incredibly flexible. Incredibly. Trust me, I sampled each of them myself.
Okay. What's this operation you run?
This is Chicks Flicks, where nothing is sacred and everything's for adaptation. We take the fantasies of pre-war films by adding some missing venereal elements. The little extra sexy sauce leaves our customers extra satisfied.
Talk about something else?
Yes, please. Let's keep talking, gorgeous.
Goodbye.
Come back again soon. Those asses are too beautiful to stay gone.
Okie dokie.
Talk to our boss if you're here to help. Been here for hours. Oh, my feet are killing me.
Alright, this is the gear.
Get your protective gear here.
Oh, there's Paris. So this must be the museum. There's Dr. Coldcuts. This is where we go. That's the Warrens. I thought the Warrens were also outside. Let's see what they're selling here. A reek of tobacco and tannin surrounds the wizened, dark-skinned woman. Without breaking eye contact, she swaps her chewed-down cigarette stub for a fresh one and lights it before she speaks.
Huh, you look like tough sorts. Patriarch sent you. Whoever you are, we can certainly use your help. Some kind of beastie down in the Warrens or something. Talk to Flab up the stairs.
You're Talbot? Rather than answer, she takes a long drag of her cigarette. Your question does not seem to have impressed her. What do you sell?
Kinda depends on who's buying. For you, leather goods, protective gear, armor. Up to you if you want to deflect stabbings or look like a badass. Either way, I have you covered.
Can we see your wares?
That's why I'm here.
Okay. Savage armor, savage legs, tactical armor. Ooh, the trooper gear and the tank helmet. Okay. Level 15 stuff. Very cool. Let's see how Paris is doing.
Wonder if I can get this in black.
Okay. 4X.
Oh, wow. Are you Rangers? I haven't seen any of you guys since I left. In a while. Yeah, I haven't seen any Rangers in a while. Are you here to fight the monsters under the bazaar? That would be awesome! I'm Quarex, by the way. This is my cool museum of, coolness. Would you like a tour?
Sure. Give us the tour.
Really? Okay. This way. Okay, I'll start. Welcome to Quarex's Quabinet of Curiosities, a collection of the rarest of the... Well, it's toys and games mostly, and some mementos, but they're all really cool, I promise. That top hat belonged to Mr. Cynical from Angel Oracle out in L.A., a fellow game aficionado. He lived his life trying to help the little guy, defending them against bullies and end-level bosses. In the end, though, a boss got him, and well, he didn't make it. I keep his hat around to remind me to be honest and decent like he was.
Okay.
This was the best video game ever! Wasteland 4! You can choose what color you want the screen to be, red or green.
That's kind of funny.
This is the most sought-after gaming accessory ever made! The legendary Mighty Mitt. I love the Mighty Mitt. It's so bad. This is a genuine megascope. The most advanced optical aiming device of its day. A priceless artifact. Shame somebody stuck it on that silly old ray gun, but I'm not gonna try to take it off. I might break it. This is a Tarjan the Tenebrous machine. It can tell your fortune, but you get a premium fortune if you have some special tokens. Wish I had some.
Oh, we have one, don't we?
This throne was once the most coveted object in the Wasteland. The rule was whoever sat on it was the king. King of what exactly, I don't know. I also don't know who made that rule.
Okay.
This is a Slicer Dicer, the scariest robot ever. It slices, it dices, it even makes julienne fries. Whatever those are, if this thing was working, we'd all be dead by now. These are the most classic of classic arcade games. Avenue Brawlers, Catboy, and Star Intruder. This is a surfboard. I don't know what surf is, and what boards have to do with it, but this looks well-loved. It has property of MF on it. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Hi, Rangers. Good to see you again.
Let's talk.
Sure.
Your name is Corix. Didn't you live with the Topicans in Arizona?
You must be thinking about someone else. Quarex is a more common name than you might think, you know.
Is he from the last game?
Anyway, not me. Nope.
You're sweating a lot, Corax.
Oh, well, haven't you heard? Scientists say sweating is a sign of truthfulness. Okay, fine. I'm Quarex from Rail Nomads.
It's been a while.
Now?
It's been a while since I played it.
Kinda cool you guys have heard of me. Nobody knows about me.
Why did you come to Colorado?
Well, basically, everything went downhill after Ranger Team Echo found that 3DO for me. Some shady guys started coming around asking me to sell it to them, and when I said no, well, they didn't like that at all. I was going to call the Rangers since you'd all been so nice to me, but then Ranger Citadel blew up, so I left. Had to leave all my cool stuff behind, even the 3DO. But there's lots of cool stuff around here, too, and I've been finding it. And that's how I started my museum.
If you were on the run from shady characters, why didn't you change your name?
Oh, I did. I just always forgot to say it. I'm supposed to say my name's Dave, but yeah.
Okay, what can you tell us about the bazaar?
It's great! There's so much cool stuff at all the merchant stalls. I add to my collection all the time. Some spooky stuff has been happening lately, though. Monsters are coming up from the tunnels at night to snatch people. It's like Chud in real life.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Rangers. Thanks for visiting me.
In memoriam for the man who fought for the little guy. The VR device is a bulky, cumbersome conglomeration of thick wires and dented shapes. Put on the headset. The helmet doesn't quite fit right. It slopes and slouches across your face, putting the alignment of your nose at risk. Text starts scrolling across the darkness, banding your eyes. Select entrance. The display stutters and then moves, sluggishly at first. The camera pans across a large entrance carved into a mountainside. The tunnel is blanketed in complete darkness. After a few moments, the feed cuts. Checkpoint Alpha? The camera moves along a road towards a military checkpoint. Camouflaged figures stand with their backs to you. They turn to you, but their faces are cloaked in shadows. Their forms dissolve into polygons before the word rebooting flashes twice. Hiking trail. The camera sweeps around and behind the security checkpoint. There, it moves up along an innocuous trail, the path nearly hidden in snow. As you move across it, the trail starts to waver under your feet. A signpost floats up to the surface. It reads error. Command. The camera blinks into a room filled with high-tech equipment. Every single screen reads a strange game in blinking letters. Figures move in the shadows, turning towards you. One by one, the screens change to error, error, you are an unauthorized user. An alarm blares and the feed's cut. Read the error log. Dear user, please be informed this VR headset is designed to be used only in the Cheyenne Mountain Complex. Usage outside of the Cheyenne Mountain Complex will activate security measures that may show up as content glitches. Take off headset. You remove the helmet and blink against the glare of the world. Okay, what's with this computer then? A lovingly rendered scene of the Scottish Highlands flickers in 16 pixelated colors on the screen of this computer. A polyphonic chorus of beeps forms into a Gaelic tune as you read the title of the game. The Bard's Tale 4, Barrows Deep. Play the game. The encounter fiendish cultists solve devious puzzles and compose magical songs, but one challenge defeats you. The game ends with an epithet. You've been killed by 99 berserkers. The last known copy of Wasteland 4, the cover is signed with the initials BF. The Mighty Mitt used high-tech sensors to give ultra-dimensional control to those brave enough to enter the virtual world. This display case contains an energy weapon that has been fitted with a highly sophisticated pre-war scope. It looks masterfully crafted and carefully maintained. Inspect the case. A small plaque beside the case reads, Zap Pow, accurate to a single pixel you'll never miss when using the megascope. The glass case does not appear to be locked. Can we try and steal this? You carefully lift the glass and take the weapon. Item gained, megascope. An energy sniper rifle? Level 11. Hell yeah. Cool. Alright, we got the Tarzan. We should have one of these coins. Inside his glass confinement, Tarzan bears his rictus grin to the world, an eye cracked, the other throbbing like a flesh wound. There is a conspicuous red button. Besides it are the words, press here to receive fortune. Press the button. Tarzan remains stoic as you hear a shrill grinding sound. A tiny scrap of paper stamped with irregular writing emerges from a slot. A duck will become president. Insert a Tarzan token. Tarzan doesn't move, but something about him feels more alive. You feel a tingle on the back of your neck as a note emerges from the slot below his torso, inscribed with calligraphic lettering. Cream cheese wontons were invented, San Francisco circa 1956. It just gave us a perk. Whoa. Plus 15 con on Kaige-O? Do we want Kaige-O to have the con? I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? So is that like a random perk? The throne was once coveted by many, as whoever would sit upon it would be king of the Wasteland. The robot slumps in place, eaten by rust, almost lifeless, save for the faint pinpoint glow of its pupils. Try to fix the robot? For a moment, this machine comes to a mockery of staggering life. Hissing, rusted pistons creaking within its carapace. Then it sags back on its pedestal, clearly beyond salvaging. However, it did shift slightly, allowing you a closer look at its parts. Learn what you can from its carapace. An inscription on the back of the robot reveals its serial number and place of origin. The slicer dicer came all the way from Arizona. You also find some words scratched into robot's chassis, possibly by one of its own blades. Cochise is dead. I am free. Inspect the machine's legs. The limbs are a madness of gunshot wounds and blunt trauma, evidence perhaps of encounters with raiders and whatever else haunts the wastelands. Hey, you functional? It clacks in reply, an uneven staccato noise, its head twitching like a clockwork bird that has forgotten the trick of realism. A hiss of black smoke unravels from the paneling of its throat. Kick the robot. The machine scissors forward at the blow, sudden and savage, shoulders rolling. Somewhere in the circuitry of its brain, it probably still believes it has arms and blades. We just got a slicer dicer, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Storage Unit 105 key. 4X tape. True accounts of Corex's grand journeys.
Made it past Telluride today. Found a guy there who sold me some rat jerky. There's a caravan heading for Boulder, and I'm going to try to tag along. Colorado's cold and kind of scary, but there's treasure here, too. That guy with the rat jerky, he had like 6 or 7 3DO cartridges just lying around his shack. When I asked him how much for the set, he looked at me like I was crazy. Practically gave them away. You know what? Leaving Arizona might be the best thing that ever happened to me.
Eat your way through the maze, but don't get caught by the poltergeist. So it's like Pac-Man. Defend the Earth against aliens and space debris. The famous arcade game where you clean up the streets with your fists. Before the war, people used this to ride ocean waves, probably for transportation. Okay.
I hear the page.
And we have Dr. Cold Cuts over here.
Dr. Cold Cuts can cure what ails ya. Why, hello. Name's Hirsch, Lev Hirsch. But you can just call me Dr. Cold Cuts. What do you need?
Why is your name Cold Cuts?
Oh, used to be the veterinarian / butcher here back in the day. Learned all about how the body works by carving up meat. Animal meat, of course. When Doc Kessler passed, well, I inherited the position.
Can you tell us a bit about the bazaar?
Not much. Got all kinds of traders here, selling all sorts of junk. The heart of this place is meat, though. Pig meat is a luxury not everyone can afford. Anyway, got a bit of a pickle of late. Something murderous roaming the Warrens. Some say it's the old monster army leader, the Cyclops come back from the dead and hunting us. Bunch of BS if you ask me, but something's down there. Talk to Flab if you haven't already.
Do you sell any medical supplies?
The self-medicating sort. Sure, take a look.
Okay. Crystal Clear, used to remove the effect of drug withdrawal. Oh. Okay, that could be useful. First aid station? Deploys a portable first aid station. Restores 25% con per turn to anyone standing around it. Wow. Restore con per turn, but suffer internal bleeding afterwards? No glow purges the effects of radiation, including mutations. Med dart. Poison status. Okay, some of those meds are cool.
Honored guests, come. Speak with Flab.
Based on the playground equipment and the bright colors, you're pretty sure this room used to be a nursery.
Not that the bazaar's not perfectly safe, but, well, you know, just talk to Flab.
Children of the desert. What wonderful music they make. What do you want of Jacob the Magnificent? This wonderful, wonderful...
The corpulent man standing before you spits out a set of fake Dracula teeth and wipes his mouth.
Let's never mind with the acts, shall we? Rangers, I am so sorry you had to witness that horrible exploding pig. Truth is, you do not find us at the best of times.
What's with the Dracula act?
Do not judge harshly, my friends. We hold on to our rituals of the past. Try to remember our long-lost strength.
More quiet dialogue.
It may strike you as pathetic, but it gives us much-needed comfort.
How can you be so calm about exploding pigs?
I am calm because I must be, friend. So is the burden of leadership. But you are right. This place is under assault. Something, someone, some horrible unknown thing is roaming the warrens below us. People have been disappearing. Not to mention the pigs loaded with explosives running amok. You are the Patriarch's Rangers, yes? If he trusts you, so can I. Nothing we've done has helped, so your arrival could not be more fortuitous. We need your help to combat this threat.
The drill sergeant's phrase book. How long has this been going on? Do we need to get our barter up?
It's been 2 weeks, maybe 3. Not long at all. At first, we thought it might have been the fanciful imaginings of the chemically influenced. But then a pig appeared out of nowhere, outside the bazaar, ran into a party of mashers, and exploded. Quite distressing. People have been disappearing ever since, and more pigs keep appearing. I need my masters to keep the place safe. We need outside help. Your help.
We'll go down and find out who is behind this.
Ah, I was hoping you'd say that. You Rangers are truly generous souls. Go, investigate this problem for me. For us.
We'd like to know more about you.
You ask too much of me, my friends. What is a leader but a servant of the community? My story is the bizarre story. I am nothing but a receptacle of its wishes.
We'd like to know how you ended up in charge.
Where do I start? Once, I was a humble lieutenant in the monster army. Then, the patriarch came to the bazaar. He executed my predecessor, and everyone else was too stupid to understand that this is the new world order. When he came to me, I did not hesitate. I swore myself to his service, marrow and muscle, and the patriarch, in his infinite grace, gave me command of the bazaar and all of its lives.
This probably is very sensitive to ask, but have you any thoughts on that nickname of yours?
I appreciate the delicacy. Your compassion will be remembered. But no, I've no thoughts on the nickname they have given to me, and no cause to think about it. After all, Flab describes me well, does it not?
Suppose so.
Good. Most would have lied to my face, told me that Flab the Inhaler was a blasphemy against my greatness. But you have courage. I see a long friendship ahead of us. The truth is that I see this fat as proof of my station in life. Here, in these wastelands, how many have the opportunity to eat and flourish as I have?
Alrighty. We have other questions.
And I would be a bad host if I did not provide you with answers.
Can you tell us about the bazaar?
A decadent oasis steeped in culinary wonders. The bazaar is Colorado's gastronomic holy land. It is a carnival of wonders. It is paradise. But it was even more splendid once, a long time ago.
What was it like a long time ago?
Primal, a wild place. I was there when the monster army first arrived in the bazaar. We tore the farmers limb from limb, fed them to their pigs. A graceless epoch, but so visceral, so alive. But its savagery had no place under the patriarch's rule. He is a harsh man, but his edge is directed, guided, not like the chaos of old.
Any recommendations for things to do here in the bazaar?
Be sure to visit Quarex's museum. It is fascinating to see all these relics from the before times, to imagine the riches the ancient Americans enjoyed, beyond even the means of the bazaar.
Tell us a story from the good old days.
They weren't the good old days. My family still tells stories about the monster army and the horrible things they did.
Your young friend is right, of course. Those times were most regrettable, and yet also the most delicious. So, a story?
Tell us your favorite story.
My favorite story? Oh, I suppose I cannot blame you for being curious. Let's see. Yes, Yes, I suppose I know the one. A wolf man once challenged me for the rule of the bazaar. He decided that I was weak, too soft for the role. So he challenged me to a duel, and I agreed. But that night he died, shitting blood in his bed. They told me he screamed himself raw. Poor little pup. He should have been more careful with his food.
Poisoned him? Tell us the most bloody story you know.
Oh, that one is easy. It was late and so cold that the air cut our lungs to ribbons. We'd heard rumors of a sanctuary, an unguarded place fat with meat and helpless farmers, no military force to speak of. So we came in the night, an army of monsters. We cut their throats in their sleep. 1 hour, 100 dead. You should have seen the blood. The night ran red. There was enough to fill a lake. It was beautiful. Savagery refined to an unctuous art.
Tell us the most audacious story.
You'll have to forgive me. This story is not mine, but Eidolon's, the beautiful madam of chicks flicks. She'd just arrived in the bazaar, hungry for a place in our kingdom. The space where her theater stands, it belonged to someone else. Eidolon, wise in the nature of the world, offered the owner something he could not refuse. The orgy lasted for days. Men, women, animals, anything with a hole or an appendage that could either be sucked or slotted into a dripping orifice. The stains took weeks to clean, but Eidolon fucked her way to her heart's desire. Ah, a legend, that woman.
What the heck? We have more questions?
It'll be my delight to answer.
Discuss something else?
With pleasure.
Okay.
The bazaar will be waiting.
He has a safe back here. Honestly, if we can, I'd kill that dude. He seems a little too happy about killing people in the past.
Fill her up, barkeep.
Checking in? Don't worry, your refugee friends will be on the next caravan out.
Okay, cool. So it does seem like we saved them. So before we go any further, we are going to go ahead and end things here. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.